The police union is questioning why HPD has withheld spending tens of millions of dollars from its budget in recent years, while short staffing persists and responses to crime decline. Gina Mangieri's always investigating.
I dug into years of budget and spending numbers and compared it to staffing and enforcement trends. And I learned quite a bit of money set aside for public safety has gone untouched.
Officer shortages, recruitment, and retention are huge issues at police departments nationwide, including in the islands. But we found the Honolulu Police Department has sat on a lot of money every year, between $6 million to $18 million in each of the last 4 fiscal years, unspent from its general fund budget.
We need officers on the streets, and we're just wondering, you know, how can we be told that there's a budget crunch, but then the department's giving back millions of dollars, you know, at the end of the fiscal year.
We asked HPD and the head of the police commission what's their plan for spending the full allocation possible on staffing by filling open positions. The commission chair said they'd need to review and understand the numbers. HPD's spokesperson said they spent most of it, 95%, and must hold back some for big emergencies. Also, they don't get the money in one big chunk every year. As for what they will try to spend more on, the processing and hiring of police recruits and communications officers or dispatchers is a priority and conducted on a continuous basis. HPD says last year's lapsed funds were a lot more than usual because of COVID factors, like less court overtime due to the courts being closed, and federal relief funds covering some staff costs also canceled travel and training. Yet they're still only tracking 42% spent at the halfway mark of this fiscal year. They do expect to spend a bit more after minimum staffing levels were set for patrol districts earlier this month. The interim chief revealed that figure.
We implemented a minimum staffing of 75%. So my expectation is that there shouldn't be a time where staffing goes below 75%.
We asked HPD, how does that work day to day? They said if the district knows ahead of time that officers won't be coming in, whether for scheduled training or vacations, they can schedule additional officers ahead of time. If officers call in sick on that day, the district will ask off-duty officers to come in. Shopo says that doesn't always pan out. They point to an example on Saturday in District 2, which includes parts of central Oahu and the North Shore, when the watch was about half-staffed.
The dispatcher called the watch lieutenant and told the watch lieutenant, I have multiple priority 1 cases that are pending, and I have no officers to send them to.
Always Investigating has seen district rosters as recently as today with well under 75% scheduled and assigned and no fill-ins listed.
If we have the money there, then do a comprehensive plan on filling the beats with overtime and use the money that way and make sure that everybody's on the same page.
The chief says they don't have enough people on the patrol roster to assign 100%, and overtime is not the cure.
This would cost about $23 million or over $23 million to fund, assuming that officers would be willing to fill all the open positions. This is above our current expense and our current overtime spending. 1 or 2 hours across all of the districts, all of the watches, that 1 hour would cost the department over $1 million in a year's period.
Whether spending everything and letting no funds lapse would be enough to stem the tide of the staffing crisis remains to be seen, with the number of officers on payroll down about 150 from a peak in 2015. At the same time, the volume of police actions from arrests to parking and traffic violations have plummeted. Gina Mangieri, KHON2 News, always investigating.